Yeah, it's KD the one. I'm here with another reaction video. I am still here with the new setup, and I am loving this setup, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I do have a little bit more of enhancements that I'm doing. I'm going to get rid of the trashy mic and the gaming headset. Just hold on, give me some time. If you see me looking off to the side, I'm looking off to the other screen so I can actually see how I look while I'm on the video. I ain't even gonna lie, I love the come ups. I love that y'all love these videos and y'all got me to the point where I was able to put this much time and attention into these videos. Uh really I'm done glazing myself. This is another Ohmeezzy video. White people are done with black people. And this is another video when it comes to talking about black fatigue. And if y'all remember me talking about black fatigue, it's real, it's out here. It's not just white people, it's black people too. But really, when we're hearing it from the white side, for some reason, it always sounds wrong. Let's get into it a bit.
Black fatigue is a collective tiredness that everyone in the country, especially in the United States, has for black people.
Black fatigue. Have you heard this phrase?
Black fatigue. It's all over my
See, that was a
FYP
Hispanic
page.
Black
man,
fatigue is real.
a black
Everybody
man.
is tired of black people.
Black fatigue.
The month of May seems to mark a lot of celebrations in people's lives. It's the start of the summer, the end of the school year, and that means people are graduating from their high schools and their colleges. A joyous time, a time to celebrate, and a time to just let loose because all your accomplishments and hard work finally amount to something in a diploma or degree. So when this video started circulating around the internet, you would think that people would have nothing but joy for the people, the young students in the video. But then as I actually tapped into the video and saw the conversation surrounding it, it sparked this nasty conversation about this new racist phrase, black fatigue.
Now, a part of me don't believe that's a racist phrase. Okay. Let me explain something real quick. Black fatigue right now is out here because a lot of people are really, I don't want to call it black fatigue, it's ghetto fatigue. It's people getting tired of ghetto nature. I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, I'm tired of your people. I'm tired of y'all." Nigga, I'm not a part of that collective. I may talk like them. I may look like them, but I don't act like them. And that's the one thing that separates us. When it comes to this ghetto for ghetto fatigue, let's get it right. Ghetto fatigue. People are sitting here acting hella ghetto, hella trifling out in public, and they made it a normal. They made it a normal thing, and it's to the point where even he said it. I'm gonna say it. It became a part of our culture, and that's it. That is our culture, being ghetto. Throwing ass during graduation. Yeah, they having fun. I'm not gonna say that shit's not like,
Reading the caption, this is
but
jungle
still,
behavior. They act like their tribal ancestors. These are not a socially developed people. These are savages, and whites want segregation. We don't belong around each other. Black fatigue maxing. Now, obviously, that's a race rage bait. I mean, this is a predominantly black school from what I see. You're already segregated from these people. But it sparked a new term, a new dog whistle, the phrase black fatigue. And I wanted to dive deeper into what that means, why people are talking about it, and why it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Black fatigue. This video might make you uncomfortable, but it needs to be made. There's a growing sentiment, most recently, of individuals who are proclaiming they do have black fatigue. And you don't have to be a non-black person to have black fatigue.
I think we watched this video already on the Alpha Way. So any video that he has on Alpha Way, I'll end up skipping. We already know their mindset on black fatigue, but again, I do love seeing a new perspective on this. Black fatigue is real. It's out there. Trust me.
Undercover, like he's got a dyed beard or whatever the case may be. But if you are getting hit with claims that you are acting white in 2025, there's probably more to it, because we know that black people watch anime. We know that black people participate in politics. We know that black people participate in country music, whether it's making it or listening to it. You know, things that would be traditionally ascribed to white people, or things that would traditionally be ascribed to different races or ethnicities of
Now, here's where I want to step back from what you're saying. Okay, that's true. But even though we're getting more accepted because we're accepting that into our lives, into our culture, into who we are, there's still people who shuns that behavior and will rather favor a more ghetto-like behavior. They'll rather do whatever it takes to be more loud and rambunctious, but they would frown upon the people who actually choose to do different. That's where ghetto fatigue is coming from. The people just getting tired of people acting ignorant, acting ghetto, and then making it seem like it's a race problem afterwards. That's where ghetto fatigue really comes from. But it's to the point where I'm not even gonna hold you. People just sound racist as shit now. I don't know how to explain it, but like I be listening to well shit fuck. I look at my comments and like I understand y'all be tired of the way black people act. That's true. That's understandable. But when it comes to also seeing how black people act, y'all have to know that not all black people act like that. And if y'all don't see it just because y'all always scroll and see stuff like that, I can't really blame y'all. Because again, that's my culture accepting that this is the type of life that they want to live.
people or whatever the case may be. So it is not just the way that you act or the things that you correspond with that give you that name, but ultimately it's probably some of your actions. Listen, this is a tired conversation already, and we just begun. It's crazy that a lot of this conversation, at least from my perspective, stem from a celebratory group of young people that have some sort of accomplishment dancing and singing in the respective homes or respective safe places that they have for one another.
What is it that you want me to say? That it fits the narrative, that it's the perfect stereotype of what people are labeling black culture, that our people want to be respected amongst everybody else in the world because it's not just the United States of America.
Mind you, this all stems from dancing. Like, when the hell did we get so critical or so, upset about dancing, especially dancing in a non sexual manner? Like, there's nothing wrong
I'm
with the
not
way
gonna
that
hold
these
you.
people are doing.
That was one thing that I did see. Now these are people living it up, celebrating, happy that they made it out of whatever situation that they made out of. School, annoying. I ain't even gonna lie. A lot of us turned up when we graduated. But on that note, there's like a fine line. A lot of those girls was sitting out there throwing ass before you sit in here and say that there was no sexual dancing. But again, wearing the long robes and all that, not everybody was doing it. Not every female out there was sitting there throwing ass. If you was just sitting there focusing on the ones who was mainly throwing ass, again, that's something on you, not just the females doing it.
anything in terms of celebrating. They're not, I don't know, destroying street signs or flipping over cars after their favorite sports team won, or they're not punching people or fighting people because they got into an argument that their favorite sports team has won, or damn, doing anything around sports when their favorite sports team wins. People criticizing dancing specifically at a graduation is very weird to me. It's policing, and I think that it's also weird to take the videos and pictures, put the sounds behind it, and overanalyze the situation as a whole, especially when these people are doing what a lot of people would think is something that is celebratory. Even the people who are criticizing, it's great to celebrate a graduation, but you don't do it like this, you don't do it like that. Well, damn, this is silly. But I went down
Again,
the hashtag
you
of what
can't
black
complain
fatigue
how
is to
people
see if people
celebrate.
were really picking apart culture or picking apart anything worthy of talking about for real, to see more examples of what people are classifying as black fatigue and whether it was just another dog whistle. I really gave this a chance. But the more I
Mm.
scrolled, the more racist it got. Hashtag black fatigue, billions wasted trying to educate a race whose only interest is violence and destructions. Teachers should not have to also be bouncers and bodyguards.
I want to take a second, like, give y'all a break from the ears. the break from all that screaming that y'all just seen. Like, I don't know. This just fuels my point. We can sit here and talk about the people who do what I do, smoke the lavender cigarettes, the people who sit here and listen to rap music, the people who dress a certain way, the people who dance a certain way, and we could criticize them. But when it comes to this, when it comes to breaking into fucking stores, destroying property and all that, it's empowerment. The reason why, like, I would love if Ohmeezzy see my videos. I know I think he has commented under one of my videos. I would love if he actually views this video, because when it comes to black fatigue, how I think what black fatigue like is, or what I really think black fatigue means, is, again, ghetto fatigue for situations like this. The the tiredness of fearing people for no reason, even though it might seem racist, but when a black person says it, it's culture. I honestly still say, like, I am not a racist person, but when it comes to it, there's a fear that hints behind certain black people. There's a fucking, what is it called? Stereotype that most black people uphold. And again, y'all might be tired of me yapping. I'm sorry. But when we sit here and live this life and act this way, what do y'all expect people to see from us, or to want to act like we doing this to ourselves? It's not all of us again. And I'm sorry for the people who, again, are not around like this type of culture, who doesn't partake in anything like this, but still get identified or still get categorized as a Negro, Hawaiian, or whatever it's called this year. I'm sorry for you, because I know most likely you're trying your best to differ the agenda your race is pushing on themselves. That's all I gotta really say about that. Cause, like, again, like, it might not be something that a lot of people can sit here and actually articulate the words to say correctly without sounding bigoted or hateful, but it is something that I honestly do see is there, and I do believe in.
Now, don't get me wrong, the behavior being displayed on camera is 100% wrong. My problem is this overgeneralization of people and making it so that a whole race is being covered under the black fatigue hashtag. It's literally dressed up racism. It's people
That's
taking
what I'm
these
saying.
one off situations, covering a whole society.
That's what I'm saying. It's not black fatigue, it's ghetto fatigue. The reason why black people got labeled under it is because black people label it as acting black. Thug Max and all that, being the blackest you can. Again, that's something that we did ourselves, even though it wasn't you in general, wasn't me in general. It's something that our culture chose to do, and I don't know why.
And then using it as a reason to spread racist rhetoric or segregationist rhetoric or whatever ideologies they have to spread or use or whatever the case may be. There are plenty videos of black people graduating. There are plenty videos of black people that are, accomplishing goals. There are plenty videos of black people just doing what people would generally consider positive things. I don't see that under the black fatigue hashtag. As I look under the hashtag, I do see actions that are deplorable and nothing that I would endorse. But that is not the full perspective and picture of black people. And I also see a bunch of people taking the opportunity to spread their racist rhetoric underneath it. Now, do I think that we all play a part in the conversation when it comes to generalizing a collective of people? Sure. I think a lot of people have painted pictures about whatever group of black people that you want to name, whether it be MAGA blacks or the black community on YouTube, and how we paint them as people who only do deplorable actions, or, just black people as a whole, white people as a whole, Mexican people as a whole. There's groups of people that get painted with certain brushes of light, but that doesn't mean that we all should fit under this nasty hashtag of black fatigue or X, Y, and Z fatigue or whatever. Like, do we hear ourselves, and do we hear the black people in this conversation trying to justify other people getting a racist phrase off?
Black fatigue is real. Everybody is tired of black people, but it's two specific types of black people that everyone is tired of. Number one,
Like, he
I'll say it like this: there's two specific type of people when it comes to explaining black fatigue. The humans, I'm not going to say any specific race, the humans who are tired of ghetto culture, who fears ghetto culture taking a hold of our future, and there's people who only see it as black fatigue and only think that every black person is going to fall into these actions. Like I said, when it comes to black fatigue, are you saying that because people are out there smoking the devil's lettuce? Are you saying they're saying that because people are just being black and living? Like, I'm sorry just to have that one example, but like, are you just saying that to just quantify black people for doing anything and just putting them in wrong? Or are you saying that because you see that this culture is a little fucked up, and even though like it might not be the good examples out there, you have many times you've seen this culture first-handedly do shit that just upsets you, and it's something that it happens to everyone. And I don't know, to just sit here and say that it's just another racist word for racist people to push out. I don't believe that. I honestly don't believe that, because if it was, these black people aren't just defending it. They're sitting here living by it. And before you sit here and say, so that means all those black people are Uncle Ruckus. That means you're sitting here, you're Uncle Tom. No, no. It's just there is people who are tired of this ghetto culture, who again don't mind it in their lives, who don't care about it. It's fine to have it in their lives, but to think that this should be what identifies us, that's something that I honestly don't want to have with myself. Like, let me be personal. It's not something that I will want to identify myself with.
doesn't even hear how he's sounding. Everyone is tired of black people, including you, but everyone is tired of two specific groups of black people. So if everyone is tired of black people in the first sentence, because adding that "but everyone is," that doesn't make any sense. If everyone is tired of black people, everyone is tired of you as well. So what are you doing that is also getting lumped into
That's what I'm
this, and
saying.
how is that not racist?
everybody is tired of
That's racist.
loud, ghetto, and ratchet, and violent, and mean, and angry all the time. Everybody is tired of them. Nobody wants to deal with them. Even other black people do not want to deal with these people. You know when you see them in public, you know when they're going to give you attitude at the CVS. Everybody knows it and they want to avoid it. The second group of black people that everybody is tired of is this sort of like fake black bougie intelligentsia who kind of like walks around telling everybody how they're supposed to think or speak or act when it comes to anything black. These are the most privileged black people in the world. These people have built enormous platforms and have so much money, and yet they are still perpetual victims all the time. And all they ever do is lecture white people about how to talk to or about black people, and then they lecture other black people if they don't talk or think.
What it sounds like, because that second group that you're speaking on, I know not just black people who do that. There's a lot of white people who go around and they preach for other races, and not just white people, but there's a mixture of every race. I heard many, hell, before I'll sit here and show my face, I know many Hispanic people will sit here and be like, "Oh, you shouldn't have sat there and said the N word, the N word." It is. I know it is. At least you're saying here trying to respect my culture. I do understand that. But it also sounds like just black people are tired of those people. You're tired of these people living this high life, looking like they're doing shit better, and to sit here and act so like pretentious over race. To be honest, I think that's what he means. The people who are more pretentious, the people who use race as their background for everything. But if he doesn't mean that, like, we could continue the video. But if he doesn't mean that, then I have no defense for him. This is completely him.
or speak in ways in which they approve. Black fatigue is real. Everybody is so tired of both of these groups of black people that they don't know what to do. So yeah, black fatigue is real,
I'm not
and
everybody,
I
you
got
feel
it.
me?
Now, I think Rob Smith has his own personal agenda here when he's pushing his black fatigue rhetoric or conversation. Like, especially in this second group of black people that are telling him how to think or what he should do, etc., etc. The intelligentsia, whatever he called it. I've never heard people be called that. But I'm going to be quite honest with you here. I don't run into these black people quite often. Like, these are places and spaces in which I think that he purposefully puts himself in or is taking from the internet or whatever the case may be. And those are the types of people who then get on his nerves because he has to make content out of it. Like, not saying that I don't deal with people who are loud, not saying I don't deal with people who people will classify as ratchet, not
That's
saying
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
deal
It's a
with
part of
people
life.
who are black and want you to think a certain way. But when I see those people, I just see people, because I also see other people who do the same thing. I don't know. I just don't classify it as something that is race specific. Now, I do think
Mm-hmm.
that there is some credibility to like that second group of people that he's talking about. Black people who are becoming informed or are starting to open their eyes and understanding systemic issues for the first time or discovering their identities as they get older. Trust me, I'm a 28-year-old man. I've gone through, growth and maturity in the deep south. Like, I understand that concept, and those people can be annoying. But I do think that people finding themselves on whatever journey that they take can be annoying as a whole. They think that they're more important than anybody else, and everything that they say is gospel because they just learned this new concept or this new phrase or whatever the case may be. But I think that that exists everywhere. Have y'all ever met a teenager who just got excited about this new thing that they learned? And it could be any new thing that they learned. It could literally be that, I don't know, 1,000 pounds of cotton is the same as 1,000 pounds of bricks. They want to let the world know. And it's almost like this new phenomenon, but they're annoying as hell with it. And I don't classify that as any sort of teenage fatigue or whatever type of fatigue. I just think, hey, you're discovering yourself and you're going off the deep end a little bit. Hell, Christians do the same thing quite often when they discover Christianity and they start over policing everybody's actions. It's annoying, but I understand it's a part of their journey. Now, I will give it to these racist people. They find a new way to come up with a new phrase that honestly has got some fastball behind it. Like, the way that they are able to either co-opt existing phrases or create new phrases is amazing. I didn't even realize that black fatigue was a phrase already, and they've co-opted it for their own nefarious needs. Like, that has to be studied. That has to be one of the greatest superpowers of racists as a whole. Their ability to just make some shit up is amazing.
Why is racism coming back? More buzzwords to justify it. The newest one is black fatigue. Before that, it was DEI. You understand there's never anything good enough for these races, right? Let's explain what black fatigue actually is. Black fatigue is actually a book on how racism erodes the mind, body, and spirit and explores systemic racism and its effect on black people. These racists aren't even smart enough to know the definitions of the words they're using, such as DEI. Why are we giving them any attention? And why are they increasing in number? Most people that are racist have zero black friends, have never interacted with a black person in their life, but they're somehow racist still. Because they're chronically online. You chronically online people need to get a life.
I think one of the points that the last posters made is accurate as hell. You can never please these people. And whoever these people are, I'll let you fill in the blanks. But whether it be, black people criticizing, black people racists criticizing, black people whites criticizing, but whoever it is, you can never ultimately satisfy these people. The goalpost always moves. There's a different way to do X, Y, and Z for any and everybody. And then they also claim that everyone isn't a monolith, but then have issue when you are your own person. Meanwhile, these people aren't actually living or experiencing these people in the real world. They're just taking online examples of people that they see on a day-to-day basis because they are chronically online and using that as a way to justify them being nasty, racist, or whatever they want to be to people. There's no plan of action. There's really really nothing to come out of this but just a new racist term called black fatigue. Now, I do want to take on some of their talking points, especially those from black people. And it doesn't surprise me that they're pushing the black fatigue rhetoric. Obviously, they want their own clicks and views, and there's a way to get them by pandering to whites and others. But I do want to take some of them on because there is something to speak about when it comes to these experiences with black people, ratchet people, ghetto people, or whatever you want to say.
Newsflash, white people don't want to live around ratchet black people, and black people don't want to live around ratchet black people. I mean, it's nothing like going to the Walmart on a Sunday morning and then you see the bonnet crew walk in. Loud, obnoxious, the kids are everywhere, in every aisle, unattended. And that's anywhere you go, no matter what. They're
Hello? God, fuck.
highly emotional, highly sensitive. You can't say nothing.
My
You can't
mic
even
just
smile and
fucked
hold the
up.
door for
My
them because
bad.
they'll look at you like you're crazy. And
I don't know if I want to keep that in, cause I did just sit there and pause for a second, but I probably would just so y'all could see the authentic content. And I know y'all probably saying, "What? Are you saying they're actually meaning you're going to edit a video?" Yeah, I'm going to actually get into like managing my videos better and making sure they're more suitable for YouTube. Cause like I said, y'all doing amazing work on subscribing, liking, all that. But what I was mentioning was basically I think we already covered this video on Aquarius Wave, and really what this guy gotta say I don't fully agree with, but I do kind of disagree. I would say like a part of me disagrees only on the fact that he's talking on the majority younger audience, right? And I don't know if I have posted a video or not. I can't really think off the top of my head. But how I think he was talking about like the kids coming out, like you see the 16, 15-year-olds, they go out and they bonnets and they do all that. Again, they mimic the culture that's around them. I'm not gonna say they mimic it off of their parents because that could be something their parents don't fuck with, or it could be something that they mimic off of their friends, aunties, whatever. Something that they just see other people do and they think it looks good, so they do. Now, again, we could sit here and talk about it as a community, but it's something that, like I said, it's not really a black person thing. It's a ghetto thing, and ghetto comes in different colors. That's the one thing I want to like take note in this video. I'm not saying that Ohmeezzy is wrong, trust me, because he knows more about this shit than I do. But I would say black fatigue is real. It's just it's not a mainly black thing. It's a ghetto fatigue overlay for other people to put their agendas in. I honestly do believe he's right on that. Honestly believe when you say black fatigue, you're sitting here putting it in a categorization where you sit here and say that all black people are the problem here. And to be honest, they're not the problem. And if y'all do honestly believe that, then again, you might be a part of the problem who is getting brainwashed to believe that. Again, we know black people are saying here and doing too much. We know y'all know that black people are saying here and doing too much. But it's something that not all of us black people can control. We can't just sit here and stop every black person from doing what they do. But I would say this, if y'all like this comment, if y'all like this kind of content, goddamn, let me slow down. If y'all like this kind of content, like, comment, subscribe. I'll make sure to post more Ohmeezzy content. I'm probably gonna wait a little bit to post this in general, but if y'all want to see more of this, y'all already know. I'm gonna keep this in the fucking description. To the ones who actually made it to the end of the video, y'all the real ones. I'm sorry that this was a little bit of a longer video. Y'all see 20 minutes. I wasn't really thinking this was going to be a 30-minute long video. But again, when I have the camera, I'm happy that it's not just me pausing the screen and y'all sitting here watching the fucking what's on the screen. Y'all sitting here able to actually see me. Well, what's on my screen is opposite from what y'all see. I have, again, two monitors, so like I'm able to see the video and I'm able to see myself watching the video. So it's two different things. But again, if y'all like the setup, if y'all like what's going on here, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. We got good content coming in. I'll see y'all boys next time. Peace.